I want to share with you a time when the Holy Spirit gave me a lesson. A lesson about knowing God and believing in God. And this lesson took over 4 or 5 years to complete. When God a teach him, I teach you. I want to stay there. Master teacher, Holy Spirit a teacher. Better take a seat. So it was around 2015, 16, 17. I remember. About 2016 or 17. I was in New York. And I was working in a restaurant. I was the chef. And maybe it was around 2017. While I was there, the owner for the restaurant didn't believe in God. But this man used to believe in God. He came from a Christian background. He's from Jamaica, like myself. His mother migrated and took all her children there, including their father. So he grew up serving God. When he became a man, he married the pastor's daughter. He became a minister himself. He bought his own church, and that was his role. However, he's telling me this story, but how he got to tell me the story is when he revealed to me that he doesn't believe in God anymore. And he don't believe in a Jesus. And I was puzzled with this. So I said, Lord, why do you keep putting me in position with people that don't love you and don't believe in you? And the Lord said, no, he didn't answer, God didn't answer right away. He never said anything. But I was pondering on it for a long time. Like I said, it took a couple of years from 2017 to, when I say about 2025, before that lesson was finished. And so I asked him why he didn't tell me right away. Anyway, I was there with this individual working, and he didn't believe in God. And every day he come torment me about my God when I believe in him. Yes, every day was a different story with him questioning me about my God. And so, he would ask jokingly some questions. Anna, do you believe in God? And I would say yes. And he would say, you know that you only believe in God because it's not the truth, right? So not only this man don't believe in God, this man is taunting me. You only believe in God because you don't know. People replace believing with knowing. So when you don't know, you believe. And when you know, you no longer say you believe. So if you're saying that you believe in God, that's because you don't know God. Mind you, me know God. It's me and God for a long time. So I know him. But this is what this man is saying. The devil I use the man enough to try mess with me and me believe. So when I got home at night, I would question God, like, Lord, why you put me in this position with these kind of people that don't believe in you? What is this for? Now I get no answer. But I thought about it for a long time, and I said, well, he's right, because when you know something, you don't have to say, I believe, right? Because you know you can say no. I don't believe because I know, right? Okay, so from then, that time onward, I stopped saying I believe and start saying I know. I know that there is a God, I know. But if somebody should ask me to explain how do I know, I wouldn't be able to illustrate properly. But deep down in myself, you know, I take on this notion of I know, I know, I know. Anyway, in 2024, during my time of isolation, I pondered again upon that very same thing with this guy not believing in God. And mind you, before it reached to 2024, he told me why he no longer believes in God. He says when he had the church, and not, I wouldn't say God him don't believe, you know. He doesn't believe in Jesus Christ anymore. That's what he says. When he had the church, he said each year you have to go to your pastor's retreat and go to conference and stuff. And he says when he went to the conference, which he did every year since he became a pastor, and at this particular conference they were talking about because what you preach each week in church and what you study, you know, them have them study journal, them have them books that are written for that purpose and all of that. So it was during that conference that he realized something that was brought up. And what was brought up in that conference was simply talking about how what they're preaching and teaching in the churches, denominational wise and religion wise, is a lie. And he had questions. So his question was, so if it is a lie, why do we continue to preach and teach lies to the people? And the head of this congregational meeting says they have to keep lying. It's a way to keep the people under control. And if they should know the truth, then they wouldn't be able to control people anymore. And he said that's when his mind changed, because he was preaching and teaching honestly because he believed in God. Again, believe. So this is why now he's attacking my belief, because he's saying if you know, you wouldn't use the term believe, which is what he was struggling with. I didn't know that then, and when I asked God why you keep putting me in this position, he didn't reveal it to me then either. Now fast forward to 2024, I was pondering on that same scenario, and the Holy Spirit began to minister to me. The Holy Spirit says there is a lot of people that know me and they don't believe. I say, how? He says, remember, I was here on earth. I walked with them, I lived with them, I ate with them, I fed them, I healed them. I came and died for them. They saw me with their own 2 eyes. So they know me. But they didn't believe in me. So when that individual tell you that if you know, you wouldn't say you believe, something is wrong with the statement, because you can know and not believe, and you can believe and not know. Part 2 for the end of this story.